Hello, Kim, Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? I'm better. Went to the chiropractor this morning. Still have a little bruising under here. I look like a swamp creature because I was bruised and swollen all around. So, my little vanity would, I didn't want to be on camera and have everybody go, oh, look at you. So thank you for being patient, and I'm really amazed nobody asked for a refund, and I don't care. If you need a refund, I have no problem. I'm not in this for the money, and I do a lot of free ones too. So anyway, you know how this works, but I just like to remind people, um, if it doesn't make any sense now, just keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. I know what you're talking about. So we're going to talk to as many of them as I can get to step forward, I think, this time. I'm going to start. I'm going to start with trying to get comfy. Oh, good grief. Sorry. I'm going to start with Taterbug. And I'm going to kind of lump him and your mom together because it's kind of they both have the same look in their eyes. It's I'm not going to say your mom was psychic, and all dogs are a little bit psychic. I think they can see to your soul, and I think they can almost touch your soul. I am a huge animal lover, especially dogs. So almost like he knew what you were thinking, what you were feeling, what he if you were going to come home and you'd had a bad day somewhere, like at work or wherever, like Taterbug knew it before you got there, that type of thing. And I want to say they're really actual psychic, just had a knowing. You should hear like a thump, 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 thump um, from Taterbug's tail hitting the wall, that type of sound. Whatever that sound would be when he was close to the wall and thumped the wall, you should hear that once in a while. When you do, acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Let him know that you know that he's there. And something about bad breath. Something about bad breath in your face. So when you get a whiff of that, and you could be in your car, you could be in the store, it doesn't matter where you're at. When you get a whiff, acknowledge. Let them know that you know. Dogs have beautiful souls. They love unconditionally. Doesn't matter how much I yell at mine. Still love me. So know that they can hear you, they can see you. The dogs, your mom, whoever your loved ones are up there, they can. I think this is still Taterbug and not the other one. I don't know if the other one's going to step forward. The other one's there, just not because I'm only seeing the back. Like with their head under the couch, clawing, trying to get to a piece of food or toy or something that's underneath the couch that they can't quite get under there to get to. So they're clawing, trying to get to it. So that scratching sound, they're showing a hardwood floor, doesn't have to be. Or maybe this is a memory. Maybe one of them did that all the time. Maybe knocked their ball under the couch all the time and they had to claw to try to get it. Sometimes they're just trying to validate that it's them. I'm asking your mom something. She's not, I'm trying to get the two together. All right, let's see what happens. It's their game, or not game. It's not a game. It's their show. It's their show. It's their ball game, is what I usually say. It's up to them to do whatever they want within reason. So, mom, I get the same feeling from her eyes, and I'm not going to say she was psychic, but just knowing, almost being able to read your mind, like, you can't lie to me, little girl. I know what you're thinking. Like she could just sit there and look at you and go, uh-huh, right, uh-huh, yeah, right. Not sure that whole story you're telling me is the whole truth, because I know better. One of those kind of things. Not accusing you of anything, just like, I know, without you even, like me being such a strong empath, and I think you are too, such a strong empath that I read more from people by what they don't say and they don't do than the words they actually say to my face. And some people don't understand that around me and they go, but that's not what I told you. Oh, but I felt your true meaning. That's kind of the feeling I get from mom. I'm trying to hang on. I can't tell what she's doing. Okay, so mom is showing. It's kind of like the corner of your kitchen or something. It did. This isn't even going to matter which room it is. This isn't even going to matter if it's real or not. It's like there's a pile of dust bunnies in the corner of the room, and she's got like a little dustpan and a little whisk broom, and she's cleaning up the corner. And she says, sometimes that stuff bothers you, but you have more important things to do than cleaning up all the dust bunnies. You have more important work in your life to do. Something about a job where you should be helping people, but you feel kind of small and you don't feel like you're worthy. You don't feel like you're making a difference in people's lives. And yet, the people that I feel like this might be a job. I don't remember what you do for a living. This might be a job and you might think you're not affecting anybody's life, but the people, your customers or whatever they are feeling, I want to say this, feeling that from you, and it's gentle and it is empowering them. I almost want to cry. And it is helping them. They may not say it out loud, they may not understand how they feel it. They can feel that you care. They can feel you're a good person. They can feel you have a big heart. And they kind of sit there and go, wow, I'd kind of like to be like that. Because some of these people or customers or whatever they are have kind of hard hearts, maybe a little bitter, maybe a little angry, maybe like a little old and crotchety like me. But they feel that gentle, honest, what word do I want to use? Honest, true compassion from you. And you don't have to do anything, just sit there and they're feeling it. So it's not like the whole world is going to be an empath, but somehow that radiates from you, even though you might sit there quietly and not say a damn word. It is helping to empower other people. I've never had a reading like that before. So she says, be humble. Don't be shy, but do be shy. Okay, how do we mean that? She said, but be humble because you don't have to be big and pushy to get this point across. And she says she's not even sure that you know that you're getting this point across to people. There's a song, I think it's a country western song because that's what I usually listen to about being humble. God, I can kind of hear it, but I can't think of the name of it. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Okay, the song is Humble and Kind by Tim McGraw. So go YouTube, Google, whatever, that song. Mama says, always remember to be humble and kind. And she's wanting to make me cry. But that you are already humble and kind. But you kind of hide you're humble. Again, she says, you don't feel worthy. She says, know that you are just as worthy as every single other person on earth. Remember that. And sometimes I don't know if it's a job you have now. We're going back to this job, or it could be a job you had before where you would actually come home and cry sometimes. Not because of anybody treating you bad at the job, but because you're heartbroken at some of the situations you ran into at the job. Not sure where we're going with that. Other people's, your empathic part of you. So remember, use that bubble. I forget to do it all the time. I absorb other people's stuff, and then I get to be a basket of tears, and then I have to go get my Reiki or whatever and get cleansed out because I hold on to other people's stuff because I hurt with them and for them, and you do too. Okay, again, she's showing me a kitchen, and it's like there's a cool breeze goes through it, and then it's almost like she blows or whispers air. It's like two separate things. So this cool breeze just through your house, know that that's mom, but also like almost like a little breeze or even a whisper in your ear or on the side of your face. Know that that's mom, and it can happen anywhere. It doesn't have to be in your kitchen, doesn't have to be in your house. Again, validate her. Ask her, give her permission to bring you more. She wants you to literally sit on the couch and talk to her. Like I said before, 1,000% they can hear you, they can see you. She'll be sitting next to you. She'll be listening. Just believe it. And she's going to take her hand and pat you on the back of your hand. So you could feel, a warmth. You could feel a pressure. You could feel a little tap. Sometimes when they try to get my attention, I'm ignoring them. If it be like a pin sticking me, it's like, we'll get your attention one way or the other. She says, no, all is well. Everything will be okay. Okay, now we're flipping back to the dogs. Now it's like you're laying in bed and you feel both dogs in the bed. You feel the pressure, you feel the body weight, you feel the warmth. You may even feel them tromp, tromp, tromp until they lay down and curl up. You feel them. And again, talk to them all you want to. Did one of them used to like balance something on their nose? Like maybe you could put a treat on top of their nose and they would just sit there until you told them to get it. Maybe they flipped it up, caught it, or something like that. I'm trying to teach my grandson's big dog to let me put the toy across the nose and just sit there because she's a toy nut. She's got a dozen stuffed toys. They have to crinkle. They can squeak, but they have to crinkle too. They have that little crinkly noise when you move them. One of them used to, and I believe they're going to do it even now. Like you'd be sitting there, or maybe you'd have your hand on your lap, and they would reach up and take their paw and put it on top of your hand. You'll feel that. I'm not sure. I'm not sure which dog I'm looking at now. I'm going to say Taterbug, not sure, because that's the one I asked to talk to. But they're saying you did everything right. Nothing more could be done. It's okay. I needed to go. And it is okay if you get somebody to replace me, because you'll never replace me in your heart. But there's other, this is the dog actually. I'm just not exactly 100% sure which dog, because there's other dogs out there that need your love, that need a home. So now that we all love you, now they're running around like chasing the other one's tail in front of them. I was trying to ask them if they'd met up with any other dogs, but they're only showing me the two. And it's their show. They're happy, they're running, they're jumping around. One of them's trying to catch a butterfly. Know that they all love you. Know that they all hear you. And yes, it is safe to make the next big step. So if there's something kind of big you're thinking about changing, yes, it's safe. And that seems to be coming from the collective. Okay, who's saying this? Mom says, don't ever be afraid to make that next big step, because you're not tied to it with a ball and chain. You can always change it. Change is good. And my right ear is starting to close up. Usually it'll be a high pitched shriek, but this time it's just kind of like closing up, like when you start to get an earache and your ear starts a little bit going deaf, if you want to call it that. So watch for that. And I'm not sure who's doing that or what the reason is. Usually if it's a high pitched shriek, the higher the shriek, and it'll be in one ear most of the time. Both my ears ring all the time. It's the higher, the louder the shriek, it's usually higher up, like archangels on down. To loved ones, theirs is usually a little lower shriek. If you get that and you can't understand it, which it just gets my attention, I go, okay, what do you want me to pay attention to? What am I supposed to be looking at? You're getting my attention. Tell them their vibration is too high. They need to lower it so you can talk to them, so you can hear them, or point something out, or just, if you get it, just pay attention to what's going on around you. Like, okay, is there something I'm supposed to be catching right this minute? Or a thought that I'm supposed to be changing? For some reason, they might be admonishing me. Like, Rhonda, you're being a bad girl. I get it all the time. Know that I love you, baby girl. And I am watching out for you, but you know that. And everything will be okay. Mama says so. Now go out there and kick the world's ass. And then she laughs real loud. She goes, not literally. Now the dogs are following her. I was waiting to see if they were going to be together, and I wanted them to do it. So she's getting ready to leave, and the dogs are going to follow her out. And they say there will be more to come. So you will have more. It is okay to get more fur babies. It is okay when it's their time to go, because they will join the rest of them. crap, now I can't pull, I don't think I can pull a picture up in front of me. This one looks more like a German Shepherd. Where is it? I can't see him and I don't want to click on this. I'm afraid I'll mess up my video. This looks like a German Shepherd, but it could be just close enough to be a picture of one of your dogs. Now I can't remember which one's which. Yeah, it's hell to get old. Just sitting there, looking straight at me with a big long tongue hanging out, panting, ears straight up. Again, it looks more like a shepherd. Beautiful eyes, waiting for you. I don't know if this is a future dog or a dog that you've had before, because he's not showing me he's with anybody, anywhere, just sitting there, tongue hanging out, at attention, kind of, just waiting. I guess it might be waiting for you to come get him. Okay, my dear, with that, they're gone. Except for the shepherd just sitting there waiting. Again, thank you for being so patient. Good grief, I've had a hell of a time. And I so love that people are not critical, at least during this time. Much love to you. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.